What's going on, guys? On today's episode of Spray by Road Show, we got this beautiful extended cab right here, getting ready to put a panoramic in it. Sir, beautiful truck. I got the headliner out already. I don't really show that part because it's pretty plain and simple. A couple Torx 15s and the Torx 20s in the front. Get the front pillars pulled out, and the rest of it pops out pretty easy. So I don't really get that part in there. But if you wanna see how it's done, go to my old videos and I show exactly how that's done. So the next step, I already got my stencil made right here out of some cardstock paper. It's not that thin, it's not that thick, but I made it work. So I got that made. I pretty much laid the panel, the skin on the floor inside. I put the paper underneath it, traced it out, and then I pretty much measured how thick the frame was, made some stencils for it, and that's how I cut out the stencil. So the next step, I'm getting it measured, getting everything measured, make sure I have everything centered, make sure I have the right position where everything's gonna fit right, and the next step after that is cutting. So I'm pretty excited. It's gonna look good, so stay tuned. I'm gonna show you the next step. I'm gonna have the stencil on the roof laid out and measured. Gonna mark it, I'm gonna trace it, that way I couldn't cut out my roof. Get the skin laid on top. On top, I said, not underneath it like some people do. On top the right way, that way it's everything supported. Get that cleaned up, ground up, welded, do the body work, and wire this thing up. So let's get going. So I have my template up here, right? I got it measured from here, from the bottom of the top of the glass to the edge of the skin over there. I'll show you here in a minute. So I measured from here to where the opening of the sunroof is going to be. This edge to where the opening of the sunroof is going to be, and then I measured from left to right. So I want to make sure I got it, you know, you want to make sure that you got it placed right, centered, front to back, left to right. That was nice and even. And in this case, I got this one as far back as I can without having to cut any reinforcement. Because if I can, I always like to not try to cut reinforcements, you know what I mean, to keep the integrity of the truck. So now that I got that all measured out, it measures out perfectly. I believe it's 17 inches from here to there, 17 inches from here to there, 8.5 from here to there, 8.5 from here to there. So now that I got that all measured out, I'm gonna go ahead and make a little hole with my cutoff wheel, then get in there with my jigsaw and start cutting away. Again, you guys want to measure, make sure you measure like 5 times before you cut, because you know what you're doing is pretty important, man. You're cutting the roof of a truck, and you know you never want to overcut and have holes or have to patch anything up with welding and have to overheat the roof. So you want to make sure you measure 20 times and cut once. So I'm gonna get my cutoff wheel, get my jigsaw ready, get the interior all covered up, and get this hole cut out. Alright, so I'm cutting the roof out. Let me show you what it looks like. Like I said, I made a stencil. I spray painted the stencil, and then with the jigsaw I go ahead and cut along the line. That way you make room for the shell and skin. About halfway done, you know, make sure you cover your interior. I just want to show you a little clip on how it looks. This is the saw I use, Makita. I'm usually a Milwaukee fan, but this Makita jigsaw works great at a cheap price. So yeah, let me finish getting this cut out and I'll show you where I'm at. Well, I spoke too soon, or I'm too powerful. I don't know what it was, but something broke. Like I said, it's not even a year old. It's funny that I gave y'all a review and fucking 5 minutes later it breaks. I haven't had an issue with it. I haven't had it here, so I'm gonna take it back to Home Depot and get it replaced. I only have a little bit left to cut, so let me see what I can figure out. God damn. Alright guys, I broke my damn camera yesterday, got a cracked screen, but it's still working. I got this G6 here out of this Silverado. Right now I'm repairing the sunshade. I got 2 panoramics. This is a spare, and this is another one I have. I'm replacing this one with this one because this one's ready to go. Everything works, and on that one I'm having issues with the sunshade. So I'm going to repair this sunshade if I can. Repair it, get it all looking good, and then I will, and if I can't absolutely repair this one, I'll take the one off of that one, put it on here, and get this good unit in there and ready to go. So right now what I did, it's my first time ever repairing one of these. There's a little spring right here. I had to twist and pop out. So I got my all sunshade stretched out. I got the spring out. You're gonna slide this into this end, and on this end, you're gonna slide the spring into this end right here. And then the more you, whenever you go to turn and wrap this up, it's going to, the spring's gonna tie in, or how do I say, bound up, whatever, create resistance. And I mean, I'm assuming, I've never done one before, but I'm assuming that's how it works. So I think I'm gonna roll it up, and it's gonna, you know, it's gonna wind that spring up, and then I'm gonna attach it to the track, and hopefully that's it. But my first time repairing one. Let's see how it goes. All right, so I'm gonna wind this thing up. While you're winding, you're gonna want to pay attention. Make sure everything's free. Little metal ribs that run across this. Alright, so the way I was doing it wasn't the right way to do it, because I kept, every time I let go, the thing would unwind. So I checked that one. The way to do it is open the sunshade all the way up, pull out this rod again, like I'm about to do right here, and then you got to pre-crank this. So you got to pre-turn it, put some tension on it. That way there's enough tension to bring back the sunshade with, that way there's tension on the sunshade whenever it pulls back, and it pulls back all tight and not all loose and stuff. So I'm gonna do this a couple times. I got the sunroof in, the panoramic in, thanks to the help of my dad. He was here, you know, he helped me out. I fucking struggled doing these by myself, but luckily he was here. So right now I'm running the drain tubes. I already got that side ran. I already have the back ran. I already ran the wires up here. So after I get these drain tubes done, I'm gonna wire this thing up, and next get started on the headliner, man. But check out this. I got the sunshade fixed. That was a fucking pain in the ass. That took 2 people. And there was a little trick, man. There's a little trick that I did. Man. I added a little spacer. You know, I can't show you exactly what I did, but I added a little spacer on one side, because I had already got this wound up and I put it in there, but there was so much play that it popped out. So I actually had to add, I didn't have to, but I decided to add a spacer to get that nice and stiff so it'll never pop out again. So I did that, man. Ever since that, it holds nice and tight. That's a nice little upgrade you should do. Maybe I'll go more in depth in another video. But so yeah, next time I get started on this headliner, and I think that's about it, man. We done. What's up, gang? It's currently the next day. We had rain all night, man. It's been raining all day. It's still raining, but I just got here to the shop this morning. I wanted to check out this panoramic. Guys, not a leak, not a drop. Check it out. Not a leak, not a drop. when everything's done right, man, you don't have a problem. So my next step, I already started on the headliner. I'm getting the headliner done. After that, I'm gonna throw the headliner in and we're all wrapped up. But I just wanted to show y'all that, man, that everybody says, oh, these leak, these leak, these leak. No, no, no. They leak when they're welded wrong. But when they're done right, you know, you don't have no problem. So I just wanted to show you guys that before I get everything put back together. But guys, I'm excited. Let's get this thing wrapped up. It's Friday. I'm gonna give it delivered to the customer today. Check out that panoramic though.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Alright, got the headliner done. I'm no interior man, but it looks pretty good. I was able to use this factory dome switch, which is a lot shorter than the factory one, and it lines up perfectly right here with the edge of the panoramic. I didn't have nowhere to mount my switches. I seen some people mount them right here, like in the center. They remove that and they move it in the center, and all you see is this big round circle. I think that shit's ugly. So I went ahead and mounted the switches in here and the vent shade right here. It's, you know, it's not the cleanest of switch locations, but man, for this crew cab, there ain't really nowhere else to put it. I could have put them down here, could have put them right there, but to me that's ugly. I can't think of nowhere else to put them in. So I went ahead and mounted them in here inside, you know, in hidden view. So that's pretty much it, guys. Panoramic's done, headliner is in and molded and wrapped in dark gray suede. The moment y'all been waiting for. Let's check it out. Alright guys, so to close the sunshade, obviously close. Let's put it on level 1, level 2, level 3, and level 4. Alright guys, fucking thing looks sweet, looks amazing. Let's get it, guys. Subscribe, comment down below, let me know what you guys think. This dude has a crazy fucking blow through in here. Let me turn it up a little bit for y'all. Alright guys, let me know what you guys think. I get this thing cleaned up, get all the dirt out of it, vacuum it, wash it, park it in front, ready for pickup.